Welcome to the Hack Across America vlog series where we talk about the courses that all three of us have played together and we don't feel like writing reviews on. So I'm your host, as usual, Tom. I'm joined by Dr. John and, of course, our buddy Ed. First, let me just talk about, yes, I know you guys see me wear this all the time on the courses, Rolo Polos, rolo.golf. Make sure you use the promo code HACK15 at checkout. If you see a polo from them, snag it quick because once they're gone, they do not restock them. So go check them out. They're all loud. You don't need to dress like your grandfather in the course or like John. You want to dress louder than that, better than that. So make sure you guys use Rolo Polos. All right. So we already talked about the other two in our previous videos. The link is up here to follow those. We played Twisted Dune. We played Sea View the Bay course. Now for the last day, Blue Heron Pines, a Ron Jaworski golf course. And honestly, when we pulled up, I was like, all right, it looks like a normal golf course. Looks like something we could see around here to me. As we were playing, I thought the track was great, but I wasn't impressed with the conditions.
I thought it was great. That was honestly, it probably wasn't the best looking course that we played, but it was probably my favorite because it, especially being the last day, it felt a little shorter. Like you can actually, you don't have to hit the long ball like how you and Dr. John tries to do. You can actually get out there and put your ball out. And yeah, it was a great way to end the weekend, I think.
I think it was very legitimate. A lot of people are very tired at the end of the round, so it doesn't have to be the most pristine course. I thought it was beautiful. I only found one blemish I found was actually the first bunker on the first hole on the right side. It didn't really seem like sand, but everything else seemed completely beautiful. And it actually felt like home because we're used to trees wherever we play, anywhere on the golf course.
No, I get it. I just feel like the rough, it sounds like I'm nitpicking, I know, but I feel like the rough was more beat up and like patchy. Like I didn't have any problems like with the greens. I mean, the greens weren't the best, but like especially, and it doesn't help that like the two courses we played the day before were like pristine, fantastic condition.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, I just feel like the rough was really beat up for me, and which is funny because I wasn't there that much, but I noticed those things.
Well, if you put it in the rough, you were most likely like in the trees. So, and then you got that mix of sand, dirt, tree stumps. Like,
true.
So, yeah, I see what you're saying, but
and it's and in certain holes, it was kind of like a wasteland where it was just like pine needles and rocks.
Yeah.
Like on specific holes, if you miss far enough right or left. But I can understand what you're saying.
Okay, cool. So at least we're all somewhat on the same page. But speaking of missing, I didn't do that much that day. I don't know about you guys.
Nah.
So for those who don't realize, we do our Hack Across America weekend. This is our third and final day. It's always a scramble day, 2-man scramble. I paired myself with who is hands down the worst golfer on the golf weekend.
Proven with the trash can.
Yeah, like I'm not even exaggerating or trying to be mean. Like it is. He knows it. He owns it. But the best part about that was I knew that all Zach had to do was just put the ball 50 yards in the fairway, and I was going bombs away.
So I had Brian from the Tips podcast. Check them out. Great golf content. So he's a short hitter. He can't hit it that far. He will easily take his role of just putting it out there. So anyone else can just try to hit it as far as they possibly can. I think, Ed, you were in the same situation, but I think your partner, you were the layup guy, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because I was paired with the other Murray, your sister Rosie, and she just got straight up ice in her veins. Like she hit both our birdie putts, and just like anytime like I completely like hacked it, she was just right there to be like, no, I got you, don't worry about it. Pop. Like perfect shot. Like it was a great day.
I tell you what though, because was it her that had the longest drive, or did Ellie end up with it?
Did Ellie get it?
On Friday, I think Rosie got it. Ellie got one of them. I think Ellie got it on Sunday. I think Ellie got it on Sunday.
I remember it being because I remember I hit it
Then Ellie stole it, I think, because we went first. I think Rosie had it first.
Yes.
I think Ellie came up because you guys shot last group or second last.
I was the group. I was the last group. Yes, and I remember coming up to it. And I hit a 310-yard drive, and I still didn't reach to where it was. I was just so annoyed.
Yeah. So Rosie and Ellie flipped. I remember Rosie stole it from Ellie on Friday. Ellie stole it from Rosie on Sunday. And Ellie hits nukes, by the way. So she's going to be a threat.
Yes.
Once she learns how to golf,
the other Murray.
She's going to be a threat once she learns how to golf the rest of the way.
But anyway, so we were playing this course, and I know the one thing that John probably liked, even though it didn't work out for him, that I liked, and it didn't really work out for me. Tons of drivable par fours. I think there was like 3 drivable par fours in this course.
I love drivable par fours. Anything that says 320 or lower, I am swinging out of my socks, and I will get to the green 1 out of 50 times on those attempts. It's honestly so good to feel every vertebrae in my body just collapse every swing. I know Ed doesn't. You don't really drive par fours, right, Ed?
No.
We'll keep that one simple. No.
Yes.
Hey, John, what'd your group shoot that day?
We shot the best score of the day. We were 3 over. Me and Brian are the greatest scramble team ever had.
3 over.
What was it? Whatever. We had the best score.
Because it was
was.
You
three-way
tied.
tie.
3-way tie.
79.
Yes. What was it?
79.
79.
79?
7
That's
over.
what-
Yes.
We're the greatest still. Either way. Best chemistry.
One of the guys you tied is in this right now.
Rare.
Thank you so much. I don't know how to do math. I'm a science guy. So yes, me and Brian are the best partners ever. But yeah, we shot very, very, very well.
Now, Ed, so you were playing Rosie. Was she going for these short par fours? Like the first hole was instantly a drivable par four. It was only 280 for us.
Oh yeah, I mean we were just smacking, man. Like literally, we would hit our drive, and then all day we just kept saying the same thing. We're like, we're just gonna aim for the red stick, aim for that 100-yard marker on the second shot, and it worked out for us. Like, who knew smart golf actually works?
It worked out though because you guys ended up tying for first with
Absolutely.
another group. I was in second with my partner. Now listen, I won my pairing and second place on that day.
Yeah.
With that partner was okay. So I'm happy with that. Now the best part about that course to me, hands down, and I know you're both gonna agree, was the bar afterwards.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
That was
100,
great.
100%. I remember walking in. We were there early in the morning, me and Rosie. I remember right before I golfed, I ran into Ed. I said, "Oh, can I get some beer to go out there?" And they're like, "Oh, we have a deal, six beers for a certain amount of money." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take that. It's like 6 Bud Lights. They give you a bucket with ice, and you just take it with you." And at that point, I knew I was going to love this course. And that bar is phenomenal too. Before and after around, beautiful patio, space heaters if you want to be there in the winter. They actually had a wedding there, which shows how much everyone likes the par patio and course in general.
No, it was amazing. Like the outdoor patio area, just like you said, they had the little bucket deal. I literally had to stop and I was like, "Wait, you're doing what?" And I did exactly as you did, just grabbed a bucket of beers. And I thought that was great when we were doing the closing ceremony. We were basically like in whatever that wedding that was going on right behind us. I'm sure they loved that.
Now for everyone who doesn't know, so it's a Ron Jaworski course. So at all of his courses, they have the 7 Tap Tavern. And when you go inside, one of the cool, because we're all sportsmen, we all love sports. You go in there, that one's a little bit of a smaller bar for compared to the other ones he has. On the inside bar, the outside's nice. And he has all these number 7 jerseys up on the wall. He had like Mickey Mantle, he had himself, obviously, he had Ben Roethlisberger. So he had a bunch of like famous number 7s up on the wall. So it was pretty cool to go in there. They got TVs playing with like golf on. They have NFL Network on. So they said the atmosphere was perfect. The staff was extremely friendly. They were probably the best people like I dealt with as far as booking everything too. They were very nice. So customer service there is phenomenal throughout the entire. And remember the one guy, the ranger, came out to us on the one hole, and it was
warned. Was he warning you about the water on? I can't remember what hole it was, but he's like, "Yeah, you can't see it, but it's like 200 yards out that way, and you're gonna put your ball right in the water if you're not looking for it."
It's so funny. He came out and
cool.
warned us. I believe it was hole 15. Yes, hole 15. The left side, the water's 270. So like me and John obviously would have hit that. Like if we had pulled the drive or like John did his power draw, we would have hit that water easily in the air. But I wish he didn't say anything because then it would hit my head. And I remember all 4 of us in my group were sitting there. I played coach on the 3rd day again. Played against him like 3 days in a row. Played coach. Always a good time. And we're sitting there, and I'm like, "Why do you have to tell us that? Why do you have to tell us that?" And all 4 of us hit piss poor drives on that hole because of how like him being in our head like that.
Whenever someone tells me to do something, it just gives me so much motivation to do the opposite of what they tell me. So after he told me He's like, yeah, lay up if you hit your driver pretty far. And I told him to watch this. If you call it enough, it's going to happen. I called a baby fade right next to the 100-yard stick, which is what happened. He actually quit. I'm sorry to say that. He said to me, you're an ass.
But the hole before that, and I know you want to talk about that hole, the 14th.
Oh, 14. Yeah, let's talk about the world's largest bunker I've ever. How wide do you think the fairway was? Like, call it like 60-yard wide fairway. Fairly wide, 50 yards, and then go 40 yards, 40, 50, 60 yard, whatever it is. It's insane. Can you see that? If you can see Tom's phone right now, it's just that's all bunker. It's insane. Yeah. I think we drove just short of that. She hit hers in, I duffed mine in, and we just look at each other like, well, we're in here. And just swing. Like all you could do is just swing, just get the hell out of there. Like it was pretty unique.
So
I've never seen a bunker that big.
I just remember I was in the last group. There was a group behind me, and I remember looking back, and they were all struggling on that hole. Everyone's finding the woods because there's that little dog leg there.
Yeah,
they were in the sand. It was like, oh my god, everyone just can't hit on this hole today.
It is a tough hole. We found woods as well. We managed to get it through the trees, thankfully. But I mean, if you were in that bunker, it just seemed like it was just a mess from anyone that was in that on that hole.
Me and Zach Weed birdied that hole, just putting it out there. So
Zach, we did a great job that hole. Congratulations.
Yeah, proud of Zach.
Yes, he did a fantastic job. He gave me the confidence to actually just swing away.
Yeah,
that's all you need.
He knows his role.
Yeah. No, I think that one was actually a natural birdie. So yeah, I think Zach knew his role in that one.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes. No, that was good. Overall, though, guys, like I said, I liked Blue Heron Pines. I wouldn't go out of my way to go back there again. Like I would drive to Seaview right now and play. Not even bat an eye.
I would drive to any of those courses we played.
Even Twisted Tea?
As much as it pains me, yeah, yeah, I would go back.
I would agree. I would go to any course, knowing I would play better probably on any one of those courses because I learned from my mistakes clearly through my history of golfing. So I would go to any one of those courses any day of the week.
We're golfers. We're hackers. We don't learn shit.
Yeah, I learned nothing.
But either way, I thought Blue Heron Pines was a good day, though. I had a blast. It ended the weekend. My team lost again. No big deal. John was on the winning team. Ed was on the losing team with me. But hey,
thanks, Tom.
Don't blame me. Larry didn't take you.
Yeah. So what I recommend, I've won every single year of the Ryder Cup. If you want to win, I have to be on your team. Just remember that.
I don't think that's how it works.
118.
It don't matter. I can easily shoot a 120. I can easily shoot an 86. What, John, are you?
That averages out to 298.
You had 2 rounds of just your ball, and you shot a 98 and a 118. Where's the 86?
Let's pull the standings.
I'm just saying. Lowest score I ever shot was an 82. I'm just saying, it's a roller coaster. Anytime you have me, you just don't know where you're getting.
Dr. John, 295.
What place?
Hell yeah, baby. Under 300.
2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8th place. Dr. John.
Please. He's got himself pretty high out there. We'll see how it goes next year, though.
Yeah.
Next year, Blue Heron Pines?
I would always go back to Blue Heron Pines. That was so much fun.
Oh, absolutely. Blue Heron Pines. I love that place.
Thanks for joining today, guys. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Again, Rollo.golf. Make sure you use the promo code HACK15 at checkout to save 15% and get on them quick. Guys, thanks for joining. It's been fun. Have a great night.